Uncensored. You are now.
Cam beef was two independents versus Jada and Fab,
Yep.
who's major. So that is like independent versus major going head to head. And I'm gonna ask you, who you think won?
I,
Them like
whose music was better, or who I think was in popularity?
no. Yeah, let's not. I'm not going. I'm not going to even play with the brothers musically. I mean, but pop. But as far as like who won the attention of the public,
Oh,
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like,
Mason Cameron.
and that's
Definitely.
all. Like, yep. And you see what I'm saying? Like, that's all that really counts because the streams is what's big. The streams is a sale now.
Yes, sir.
You got what I'm saying? So it's not even like the majors. They wouldn't allow. Like, if we wanted to play, Fab and Jada's records, Def Jam would shut our channels down, right? So Def Jam is, wants full control over the streams, which is fine, which is understood. But they wind up losing out publicity. So the publicity is, is something that the majors used to be able to have a lot more control over because they control the radio and they control the MTVs and the TRLs or whatever. And so now, some of the other channels, some of the other platforms are coming up, but they're coming up off of corporate money. Whereas that's why I'm like, I'll definitely do the show because I know, I know you ground up. You know what I'm saying? I know you ground up. So I ain't bougie, you ain't bougie. Fuck it. We the most hated. Fuck it. So let's just do the show. So I mean, like people like, no, don't do it. I'm like, what the? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this and share the energy and keep it going because with Cam and Mace, they showed like they both independent and the interest just went viral. And whereas Def Jam was so, particular about, what they wanted to do, et cetera, canceled out all of the traditional promotions that that the brothers my brother Kiss and Fab was doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's family, you know what I'm saying? But it canceled them out, like, and I think they dropped the day before. And then what happened with Mason Captain, and they just kind of canceled the show. So it's it's just one of those times where you can make the money that Sony is making. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make the money that Def Jam was making. You could become like my goal is like I like Motown. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I got enough dope artists, and I think my pen game is solid enough where I could rewrite Motown. I could rewrite any one of your favorite labels. I could rewrite that whole era. You got what I'm saying? So, but it's just like the confidence in the people and just continuing to build and people being patient and having the confidence like, all right, well, if this is what he got and this is what's going on, I could trust in, I could trust that, really building trust with the brand is really important. Building that brand trust. So really that's what's important. That's why it's like doing stuff like this, consistently is key because people, start to see like, okay, there's some integrity there. And, there's always going to be something, there's always going to be a good conversation. There's always going to be, something that, what I'm saying? Like you said, the other guys are too bougie to show up because they feel like, nah, I need you to have 1 trillion followers or whatever the case is, whereas like, nah, do it. You do it core, build a relationship. And then look, it becomes complex. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then look, it becomes whoever or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it got to start somewhere. And most people most people don't want to start, they don't want to build with you. They just want to come and celebrate at the end and shit,
And that's a fact. And when I look back, like you look at Vlad, and it's going to take me and segue into the other question about culture.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because when you look at Vlad, people can say what they want, but I was doing some research, and at the time when YouTube allowed monetization, he went into full corporate mode, and he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? He said his goal was, and I'm not saying that I like him or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like
he wanted to distinguish. You talk about a brand. He wanted to distinguish his platform from the This Is 50s, from the Breakfast Club, and that's what it did. Now, the culture vulture. I want you to go into this and dig into this topic. But who are you more mad at? Should we be mad at Vlad or these brothers that go on the platform? Because I reached out to some of the same brothers, not a lot, that went on the Vlad TV, and I don't get no answer. Now I could pay him. You know, I can't pay him what he could pay him, but I could pay him. But like, don't complain about culture vultures and all that when y'all just feed their platforms. And now he's a multimillionaire, and now he is built. His platform is one of the biggest platforms, you know, out there, and we built his platform. Now we crying. Speak on that,
brother. Man, this is probably gonna be a little touchy because I don't know this, but all the white platforms are like the biggest platforms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you like if you look at like who got the real like the biggest platforms right now, you know, like whether it's Complex, you know, whether it's Vlad, it's a few dudes like I don't know all I just know the channels, and then when I and I look into it like, well, who's this? Who channel was this? Who channel was that? Then I see like and that's not by accident. You know what I'm saying? And they positioning themselves in, you know, the corporation at war. You know what I'm saying? Like the main thing is like people, you can't take nothing that we do like with a grain of sand like that. You can't take it like we at war, but at the same time, you know, as entertainers, you know, we have a responsibility to bring balance, right? So when you say, am I mad at Vlad? Am I mad at the artist? Personally, I just know it's a hustle. It's all a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all a hustle. Like everything, you know, the money in your pocket is green and got somebody else's face on it, etc. Right? With Vlad, his platform is big and dudes want the exposure, so they go there. You got what I'm saying? So it's really that simple. Now they should, you know, be coming to your platform and my platform and other platforms so we can build each other up, and then we won't be crying about, you know, people calling somebody a culture vulture. It's really that simple. It's like, all right, so rock with me. You got some followers, you got a fan base, rock with me, and I'll give you free. It's basically promotions, you know what I'm saying? But if maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but most of these guys pay like to get on Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys pay to get on Vlad. Some he'll pay to get on Vlad. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those tricky situations. Like vultures, like it's a wide open game at this point. It's a wide open game. So if you losing, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't complain about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll make a new star before I complain about no disrespect to Mary J. Blige. Oh, Mary J. Blige. I don't know Mary J. Blige, and I never asked her to get on a record. But if she didn't want to get on my record, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to find another girl to get on my record. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll make another girl a star. Like I'm a star maker. I don't wait for these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like you already know the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, word. All right, that's what they doing over there. I'm going to do my own. You know what I'm saying? You ain't cry about getting on this, that man show or whoever show. You made your own. And to me, if you don't got that drive, you're not going to get it. People will look at you and complain because they like, oh, how you get it? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. They'll just complain. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like, nah, just, then nobody wants to work together. You understand? So that's a whole nother thing. Like, we shooting each other down, don't want to work together. And then, so when they swoop in, they like, these niggas ain't paying attention. So they come in, get the bag, and we get the crumbs that's left on the table if possible. Like, it's no reason for us to be complaining about no culture vultures when it's like a universe. It's a whole universe. Like, yo, so don't go to them. Like they do like they do to us. When they don't rock with us, what they do? They ignore us. Like they start slowing out, like they like it's really that simple. You know what I'm saying? I personally know, like, everybody have they favorites. Everybody got their little movements and they clicks, etc. But because of that, I'm more like, okay, talent the world will be different. If we going off the skill and product, the world will be different. But we going off of scamming, we going off of hustlers, we going off of gangster shit, we going off of everything except what built the platforms, which was the content. So we're losing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, all right, we could get to it. You know what I'm saying? So now, if you got, YouTubes and Facebooks and Instagrams and, Twitters and Reddits, etc., giving us an opportunity to say, okay, I want to control the media. I wanted to say, I want to have somebody, that's controversial or on my platform. In turn, here we are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you can ask me about stuff like this, and I'm your Lord Jamal Pauls. You know what I'm saying? Like, Like it becomes like that. You know what I'm saying? So it don't have to be like, oh, we got to chase these other guys. Nah, we just chop it up and get more hot topics and what the wording that you got to know and that other people should understand is called pendulum, right? So, I personally don't look at, I ain't looking for no, Coach of Vultures stuff, et cetera, et cetera. But if you working with us, then work with us. You understand? So I'll work with you, you work with me, I'll swing information, I'll swing the energy to you, swing it back to me, and then it becomes what you call a pendulum. So then say, we get another player jumps in, we give some, energy to him, and it just gets bigger and we all grow.